I'd like to call this meeting of the Lammersville Unified School District Board of Education to order at 7 o'clock. I don't think I need to tell anybody to silence their phone because we won't be able to hear it anyhow. Would you all follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well done.
That was interesting. Not quite harmony. Roll call, please.
Matthew Balzerini.
Here.
Colin Clements.
Here.
Sharon Lempel.
Here.
David Pombo.
Here.
Ann Bonilla.
Here.
Ruxar Mohammed.
Here.
Approval and/or corrections to the agenda.
There are none.
Move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Having a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee reports. District Advisory Committee, Trustee Lampel.
No report.
District English Language Advisory Committee, Trustee Bonilla.
Nothing to report.
And from the Education Committee, there is nothing to report. Facilities Committee, Trustee Clements.
The next Facilities Committee will be on May 14th at 6:30 and will be held remotely.
Thank you. Policy Committee, Trustee Bonilla.
Nothing to report.
Safety Committee, Trustee Balzerini.
Nothing to report.
And there is nothing to report from the Wellness Committee. Governing Board reports. Student Trustee Ruxar Mohammed.
So in the past few weeks, leadership has tried to make up for our Spirit Weeks and events by planning multiple virtual activities instead. So for example, we've done a few virtual Spirit Weeks so far, social media challenges and activities for the senior class. And we also had the Be the Light Parade, which was also really fun. And we held online interviews and had elections for class officers as well. And other than that, there's not much going on.
Thank you. Trustee Bonilla.
Well, on this week of Teacher Appreciation, I wanted to take a moment to thank the Lammersville Unified School District teachers for their tremendous efforts to educate our children. The success of our students in testing, in various competitions, and in the students' matriculation to university are a testament to the quality of education our entire staff provides daily. Also, again, I'd like to thank the food services staff for their outstanding service to our community during these difficult times. And I pray that everyone stays healthy and following the shelter-in-place guidelines, washing their hands frequently and using a face mask in public to protect themselves and others. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Trustee Lampel.
Well, I couldn't say it better than Trustee Bonilla already has. I'd like to add that I attended the Be the Light event on April 17th, had an absolute blast. It was great to see the students driving through the campus. They had so much fun. Trying to read what I wrote here. Many cars circled and went around several times. It gave the students an opportunity to see a lot of the staff, a lot of their friends. It was a great way to honor the class of 2020 under these circumstances. And that's about it. Again, I would like to piggyback on what Trustee Bonilla said and thank our staff during Employee Appreciation Month. Even if it wasn't Employee Appreciation Month, we know that all our staff is going so far above and beyond and really pulling it together and giving our students the best that they possibly can under these circumstances. So kudos to our Lammersville family. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Balzerini.
I'll echo the comments of my colleagues and also say that
I've been fortunate as I have Zoom calls with CSBA and a lot of our local legislators that I have the opportunity to brag about our district and all the hard work that's being done by our staff and students alike. We're definitely ahead of the game with a lot of districts in this county and surrounding areas. So thank you for all the hard work.
Thank you. Trustee Clements.
Well, I hate to dogpile, but I'm going to do it anyway. I would echo what all of my colleagues have said and say, what a fantastic job the teachers, the staff, food service workers, and the students have all done. It would have been easy to, freak out and just throw your hands in the air during this difficult time, but everybody's banded together and done a great job and done it with a great attitude. And so I cannot thank everyone involved in the district enough.
Thank you. And I, along with Trustee Lampel, attended the Be the Light event 3 weeks ago, I guess it was. Very, very impressive. Lots of people out there. It was very, very nice to see so many people supporting our Mountain House High School students. I would also like to reiterate what my fellow board members said about thanking and the appreciation we all have for the efforts of all the district staff to keep our students educated in these difficult times. And I pray that everyone stays well and healthy and that we all see each other in person soon. And that concludes my report. Receiving of public comments. These are interesting times, and there are, of course, no one in the audience to make public comments. And due to the social distancing requirements that prevent the spread of COVID-19, public who wish to communicate to the governing board may do so via Google form. The form will provide a one-way communication to the board, and a response will not be given to you. Please submit the form for future board meetings should you wish to address the board. I believe I understood there were no public
There are
comments.
none.
Thank you. Moving on to consent items for consideration. Governing board meeting minutes from the regular meeting of April 15th, 2020. Ratification of 2020-2021 new hires and ratification of 2019-2020 resignations. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve the consent items for consideration. And I would like to offer congratulations to both Irene Bustatil and Jennifer Duran. Those positions are very well earned.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Having a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Trustee Lampel?
So I don't have to do my usual welcome and thank you because Trustee Clements already did it. Mrs. Busatil has been doing the position that she's being hired for as the interim, and we know she's doing a fabulous job. So now she is the permanent director of student services, and Jennifer Duran becoming the K-8 principal. She has proven to us that she is going to be successful in that position. So welcome and congratulations to both of them.
Welcome indeed. Moving on to district administrative reports. Superintendent's report, Dr. Nicholas.
Yeah, I have a couple of exciting pieces of information. First of all, in spite of the virtual world that everyone lives in now, we had our Glitter and Gold team speech and debate compete virtually at the Tournament of Champions, which is normally housed at the University of Kentucky. And though it was the first e-tournament nationally, our Mountain House Mustang team did very well. So the students who all participated in this speech and debate tournament, we want to acknowledge. So Astrid Mann, Nabia Ali, Vishnu Mata, Kamal Vij, Manri Soni, Ashril Shazar, Dhruva Kilikilani, Rathanya Sivasubramania, Ashia Yedanupudi, Brianna Du, Elizabeth Sue, Anya Damala. They all did great. So some of them competed in oration. Some were expository experts. Others were extemporaneous speakers. However, Dhruva and Ashril became the second Mountain House team ever to qualify for this tournament. So that was very exciting in their debate skills. They ultimately lost 4-3 against their competition and didn't make it into the elimination round, but that is, again, a national tournament. And then super congratulations to Vishnu Mata for taking 19th in the country and advancing to the quarterfinal rounds of the Tournament of Champions. So congratulations to them all. Also, our district and multiple schools were recognized as national honors of the Project Lead the Way program. So Lammersville Unified is now a distinguished district for Project Lead the Way. Mountain House High School, Hanson Elementary, Altamont Elementary, Lammersville Elementary were all named distinguished schools. So congratulations to all. And then our K-8 principals brought forward to Mr. Harrison, and he and I sat down and talked about this. And in the spirit of what Trustee Lampel and President Pombo spoke to, the K-8 principals presented to us their idea to have a potential an 8th grade promotion in the same format at each of the school sites on May 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. And they would do very much the similar thing of the drive-through and acknowledge the kids, and instead of waiting till August. So I wanted to bring to the board, because this came in after the posting of a potential change in our recommendation, but we thought it would be very doable, and it would be a way to acknowledge the 8th graders sooner rather than later. And that's my report.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, that was May 21st?
May 21 from 6 to 8 p.m.
Thank you.
And we would, I mean, it would make sense if we all went to the schools that we were going to go to originally for the promotion ceremonies. Had we selected schools?
I don't think so.
Oh, we didn't.
We
Okay.
had not done that.
Okay.
And so what will this look like? The students will drive by in their cars and
So
staff
the
and-
general concept is families decorate a car. There would be, 80-ish kids, and then they'd be lined up in some order. There'd be some recognition. They'd drive by, everybody would clap and wave, and they'd move on through the parking lot.
And they honk their horns and they go around the block and do it again.
Gotcha.
So if the board is accepting of this concept, we can move forward into a planning phase. But like I said, it came forward and seems like a good way to try to acknowledge those kids.
Yeah, to me, it seems like a fine idea to, it's not going to be like it was, but I think we need to do what we can.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Moving on to item B, District Maintenance and Operations Report. I'm guessing it's going to be Assistant Superintendent Sarah.
Good evening, Board President Pombo, trustees,
Good evening.
Dr. Nicholas.
Sorry.
Have a seat, Laura.
Is that better? Do you want me to sit?
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, there we go.
You're good.
We good?
There we are.
Good evening. Sorry about that. I'm too tall. So this morning, Jimmy met with the rep from Keenan, and they walked to Altamont and looked at the rolling gates outside the MPR there. Afterwards, he attended the Cordis, PDC, and warehouse construction meeting. The warehouse is complete. We're just waiting on final approval from the county for the warehouse racks that would go inside of the warehouse. Work at Cordis and the PDC is still moving along as planned, despite the COVID-19 issues. Playground equipment is installed, and they're installing the rubber fall material around the equipment. The grass is sprouted. It looks great. It's bright green on the east field. They'll finish grading and installing the infield mix on the JV baseball field next week. Hydro seeding is scheduled for May 29th. Landscaping is going in now around the PDC parking lot, and the seal coat and striping of the PDC parking lot is scheduled for May 15th. We have a punch list walk scheduled for the PDC on May 20th. We will likely do the admin building at Cordis that same day. Our custodial staff is continuing with all of their summer deep cleaning activities at all sites. Top to bottom cleaning of all classrooms has been completed. They're starting to clean all the furniture and the carpets. Waxing the floors has begun at all sites. Aria and Cartier have been out at the sites daily checking progress and ensuring quality of work and doing requisite training. Weekly reports are being sent to the M&O office every Friday of progress. The maintenance staff have been focusing on completing work orders at the high school this past week. On Wednesday, the 29th, Jimmy had a teleconference with Spur and Forefront Power regarding the potential of solar power for our schools. We'll review the findings that we have from Spur at the facilities committee next week at our facilities meeting. Tomorrow, he is meeting with a vendor to review the ADA trip hazard surveys that were completed at all sites the last 2 weeks. And he will attend the facilities committee meeting along with myself next week. We have 2 openings at the high school. And on Thursday, last week, they conducted interviews for the lead custodian position at Cordis Elementary. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Consider approval of 2020-2021 interdistrict transfer requests. I'm guessing there is no staff report.
No report.
Move to approve the 2020-2021 Lammersville Unified School District inter-district transfer request as of 4/21/2020.
Second.
Having a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, consider approval of 2020-2021 Governing Board Meeting Calendar. Staff report?
Yeah, this is our annual submittal for governing board meeting dates.
I'll move for approval of the 2020-2021 Governing Board calendar as presented.
Second.
Having first and second, does anyone have any questions or comments on the calendar? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, consider approval of temporary unrepresented certificated hire, Teresa Bodenmiller, Coordinator of Instruction and Technology Integration. Staff report?
Yeah, 2 years ago, we started a combo coordinator partnership with 2 of our highest performing coordinators who both work a 0.6 FTE. That works out well with them and their needs of their family needs. So we are strongly recommending board approval of this temporary position to allow the partnership to continue in its 3rd year.
Do I have a motion?
Move to approve temporary unrepresented certificated hire, 0.6 FTE for the 2020-2021 school year. Teresa Bodenmiller, Coordinator of Instruction and Technology Integration.
I will second, and Mr. President, as a point of clarification, I think we're supposed to be asking the student board trustee for a preferential vote.
You are correct. My oversight. Preferential vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Having a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, consider approval to renew 3-year contract with Ingenuity from July 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2023 for 9th through 12th grade online curriculum, not to exceed $100,000. Staff report?
Yeah, Edgenuity is a very key tool used at the high school, ranging from our success period needs to our online courses to our Epic Academy. It's a significantly important program, and we strongly recommend approval.
Thank you.
I'll move to approve the renewal of a 3-year contract with Edgenuity from July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2023 for 9th through 12th grade online curriculum, not to exceed $100,000.
Second.
Having a first and second, is there any questions or comments by the board? Student preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, consider approval of 3-year contract with Renaissance Learning from July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2023, not to exceed $171,158.59. Staff report?
Yeah, so Renaissance Learning is the #1 reading incentive program in the district for our K-8 schools. Our reading incentives have been wrapped around this reading comprehension tool, and it has reward points, and assemblies are based on those reward points. Predates me, so it's at least 8, 10, 12 years old around here. So we recommend approval of Renaissance Learning for an additional contract of 3 years.
Thank you.
Move to approve the 3-year contract with Renaissance Learning from July 1, 2020 through June 30, 2023, not to exceed $171,158.59.
Second.
Having a first and second, is there any further discussion by the board? Student preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item F, consider approval of adopting new board policy BP 6157, distance learning. Staff report?
Yes, CSBA came out with recommendations for this board policy and the action item G resolution to help define as a policy course the change in our instructional program, and this one's for distance learning.
Thank you. We have a motion.
Move to approve the adoption of the new board policy BP 6157 for distance learning.
Second.
Having a first and second, is there any further discussion by the board?
Who knew we'd have to do this kind of stuff?
Student preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item G, consider approval Governing Board Resolution 19-20-24 on grading during emergency school closures. Staff report?
Again, this follows that recommendation from CSBA, but we are defining the way we're doing credit, no credit, the option for grades in 9th through 12th grade.
Thank you. We have a motion.
So I'll move for approval of Governing Board Resolution number 19-20-24 on grading during emergency school closures.
Second.
Having a first and second, are there any questions or comments by the board?
I'd just like to say I'm very impressed with how much information the high school has sent out, so the kids and the families really understand what grades they're getting and what their grades mean.
Indeed. Having a first and second, student preferential vote.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Roll call, please.
Matthew Balzerini,
Aye.
Ann Benia,
Aye.
Colin Clements,
Aye.
Sharon Lampel,
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye. Item H, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 19-20-25 to establish specifications of election order. Staff report?
Excuse me, I apologize. This is a resolution that defines the election order. There are three trustee positions that are open for the election in November.
Move to approve governing board resolution number 19-20-25, specification of the election and order.
Second.
Having a first and second, is there any discussion by the board? Student preferential vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Roll call, please.
Matthew Balzerini,
Aye.
Ann Benia,
Aye.
Colin Clements,
Aye.
Sharon Lampel,
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye. Moving on to item 10, information and discussion items. A, cancellation of committee meetings. Staff report?
Other than the meetings that are listed here, we're recommending that these meetings be canceled.
Any discussion by the board?
So the Facilities Committee is the only one that's moving forward?
Correct.
I believe the.
Virtually.
Nicholas said that,
Yeah.
that all the rest of the committees had fulfilled their obligations for the educational year.
Correct.
Thank you.
I'm just curious. I guess I'll see on the 14th what we have to do with schools closed.
There's a big agenda, so there's lots of stuff moving through.
Okay. I'll be here at my computer.
Item 11, calendar. Wednesday, April 14th is the virtual facilities committee meeting at 6:30. Item B, Wednesday, May 20th, 2020, the next virtual board meeting at 7 p.m. In a moment, we will be adjourning to closed session where we will discuss conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, government code 54956.9B1, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, government code section 54956.9B, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint, government code 54957, conference with real property negotiators, government code 54956.8, property at 397 East Ramsey Drive, Mountain House, California, APN 209-45038, agency negotiator, Superintendent Nicholas, negotiating parties, Mountain House Developers, Camilos, Trimark, Shea, under negotiation, price, terms, payment, or both. Do I have a motion?
Move to adjourn to closed session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're now adjourned to closed session. Thank you, everyone. And I
Thanks,
will-
Roxar.
Good night, Rexar.
Roxar.
Right.